Help keep the Michigan Panthers in Michigan by scanning the QR code and signing the petition today. Better late than never is what they say, and we are back with training camp day 12 observations. Don't forget, we do have a game this Saturday. I believe it is in the early slot, like 1 o'clock, which is super weird, but we play a game this Saturday and then one next Friday, I think it is, or Saturday or something like that, and then we're heading to the actual season. In less than 30 days, we will be on week 1. We'll actually be done with week 1 30 days from now. But without further ado, it's late and we're going to get into it, man. Tim Twentyman, this is coming from DetroitLions.com, says Oline versus Dline. I think this is going to be very interesting. I had the privilege of watching Oline versus Dline drills with the Lions' all-time great offensive tackle, Lomas Brown, at the practice Monday. It was really interesting listening to Brown on all the little intricacies of O-line play. I had Brown decide the winner of every rep, offense or defense, and the final tally came out to 18 wins for the defense and 17 for the offense. Here are some highlights. Says the starting offensive line, and I think this might be the starting offensive line heading into the season: Penei Sewell, Tate Ratledge, Graham Glasgow, Christian Mahogany, and Taylor Decker began the period with 5 straight wins for the offense. Sewell and Aiden Hutchinson had 3 reps together, and Brown gave 2 wins to Hutchinson, who has looked dominant all camp. Brad better be careful because he about to part with a bag. A standout guy, rookie Keith Cooper Jr. has also impressed, and he won all 3 reps, including 2 against Mahogany. One was a terrific tug and pull move to get Mahogany off balance to get by him. Now, don't forget, this guy was an undrafted rookie. We signed him after the draft was over, and you know how you go straight into UDFA mode, and we picked him up then. So this guy is a guy that's been making a bunch of noise, and I am eagerly anticipating how that is going to turn out for the Detroit Lions, because we are still looking for that defensive line depth, specifically the edge rusher opportunity, and I'm curious to know. I can't wait to see this guy more as the preseason resumes with just 2 games left. But what about the kick return opportunities? Says 1 of 4 players returning kickoff Monday in team periods was veteran Khalif Raymond, who has consistently been one of the best punt returners in the league the last few years. Raymond has only returned 3 kickoffs in 4 years in Detroit. That's always perplexed me a little bit because of his speed and the fact that he's so dynamic in the open field. It was good to see him back there Monday. Khalif Raymond, I did say, and I will own up to it, that I thought he could be on the bubble, simply because of how the Lions have been using him the last 2 years, and the fact that he was kind of dinged up as well. And it was really, we drafted Dominic, oh my God, see what I'm saying? Dominic Lovett, right? Y'all said his Lovett. And we also took Jackson Meeks in UDFA. So I'm like, what does that mean for Khalif? So I was only kind of basing it off that, but I tell you what, the dude is looking fresh in camp. If you've seen Khalif Raymond in camp, he looks like he has something to prove this year. I don't know if it's because of them drafting 2 wide receivers or 1 undrafted. Then we took Isaac Tesla in the 3rd round. And you got to know that as Khalif Raymond is, you're talking about that 3-4 wide receiver, that's probably going to be where Tesla kind of figures in. So Khalif feeling some type of way, man, and you definitely can see it in practice. Now, we won't see him until we get to the regular season, so that's a shoo-in that he is going to make the team. Now, Tim talks about 2 situations that the offense was in, I believe it was. Campbell likes to put his players in tough positions throughout practice, and one Monday had the offense trailing 24-21 with 58 seconds on the clock, with the ball at midfield with 2 timeouts. An incompletion to Gibbs and a short pass to wide receiver Amon-Ra St. Brown on 2nd down set up a 3rd and 6 at the 44. Goff had an open tight end Sam Laporta down the left sideline on the 3rd down, but overshot him. The offense went for it on 4th down, and an incompletion on a throw to Raymond gave the defense the win. So should we be nervous a little bit about the offense? I'm going to say no. I'm going to say no. I'm wondering if we are going to see if here's what I think is going to happen. And I think this is one of the disadvantages of not playing during the preseason. Although I do support that move because people are dropping left and right. And that's all we need is for somebody, one of our, starters to go down. So I'm not mad at this, but the first month is going to be very rusty. You know who we play in the first month? The Packers, the Bears, the Cincinnati Bengals, and the Kansas City Chiefs. So the Lions are going to have to get it together real soon, real quick. I don't think it's going to take that long because I think these guys have been playing together for a while. John Morton was here a couple years ago, so I don't think that we're going to see too much of a change, but it might take them a week or two to get very close to last year. You could say last year, like we beat the Rams, right? And then we lose against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. You could see something was missing in the offense. Me personally, I believe that person was a Josh Reynolds type receiver, and that guy wind up being Tim Patrick. So I think the offense might take a week or two, but we can't take any longer than that because we've got a gauntlet of a schedule, and we got to have it together real soon. But what about the second team? It says, second situation, Kyle Allen took all the second team reps Monday, fresh off his terrific performance against the Falcons in the second preseason game last Friday. Terrific, good, yes. I mean, I don't want it terrific. He was okay. He did fumble. He came in and sparked the offense. He was given a situation where the offense was down 24-21 with 28 seconds left at their own 30-yard line with 3 timeouts. Allen was really good in completing passes to wide receiver Jackson Meeks and tight end Shane Zylstra, using the sideline to stop the clock and mixing in timeouts along the way. He got Bates into field goal range, but ended up being one of his misses to the left. Still, good job by Allen and the second team offense navigating a tough situation. Come on, Jakey boy. Jakey boy, we cannot be missing kicks, but he'll be all right. But as far as Kyle Allen is concerned, I think that is going to spell doom for Hendon Hooker. If Hendon Hooker is going to have a shot at not only the backup quarterback situation, but making the team, he is going to have to show up on our next preseason game. He got 2 chances. Now, don't forget, Hendon Hooker is a third-year player. He's got 1 more year under contract. If he goes on the practice squad, I think somebody comes to take him. Is he going to make the team? I don't know. Could he be the emergency quarterback? Possibly. I don't know what the Lions are going to do. Are you comfortable with Kyle Allen being number 2? Right now, no. But he might prove that he's capable of doing it with the last 2 weeks. But that last week is going to tell a lot. Now, we did get a bit of some bad news yesterday, but I was able to confirm on Twitter that he is going to be okay, and that is Ahmed Hassanein left practice with a lower left leg injury. I heard about it, but I've been tied up all day, so I was unable to really log in and see what was going on. I'm like, oh, man, this is the last thing we need. But, I mean, so far, so good. They said he handed, I guess Dave Burkett talked to him, and he said that he was okay. So we'll see how that's going to go. He was really starting to kind of gain some momentum, man. The last thing we need is for our 6th-round edge rusher pick to be out for any time. Hopefully it's something that he can quickly recover from, and we will be able to see him in the preseason games. I hope so. I did miss doing some content today, man. You know, we go so long without anything legit to talk about, a lot of rumors, a lot of stuff like that. And now that it seemed like right when we had actual stuff to talk about is when life be lifing. So, but we here nonetheless. And I was going to skip today, but I was like, dude, I don't think I've ever missed a training camp observation for any of the years I've been doing Lions Syndicate. So even though it's technically the next day, I had to keep the tradition alive. So I hope everybody had a great day. And again, if you like spring football, please consider signing this petition. You can scan the QR code. I am going to try to put the link in as the pinned comment as well. We are currently sitting at 1,506 signatures. I want to set a lofty goal. I want us to get to 5,000 signatures and blow the life off the Stallions. They got like 2,300. And since I've been pushing this, we've gone from 1087 to 1,500. I don't want to take all the credit, but I want to do as much good as I can on the platform, right? So consider signing this. The Michigan Panthers, man, went all the way to the championship and unfortunately were not able to finish the job. I wonder if they did finish the job, would they be up for consideration to stay? I think the problem really is Ford Field. If they can work out some type of deal or find another venue, I think that the Panthers could stay. So let's try to get this petition to 5,000 signatures, man, you know, so we can try to keep these guys here. This channel is made possible by viewers, subscribers, and members just like you. It's because of your support I get to do what I do. You could be anywhere else on YouTube, but you choose to rock with me. You guys are awesome. Take care of yourself and each other. And as always, go Lions.